Marcus Barnes is a 2002 graduate of Central Hardin High School. He was a 3-year letterman for track and field, and a 4-year varsity football letterman, and a 5-year varsity basketball. In the sport of track and field, Marcus was a member of multiple district, region, and state qualifying teams. While a varsity football player, Marcus is currently tied for third in career receptions, tied for first in touchdowns in one game, and tied for first in touchdown receptions for one game. Marcus is the all-time leader for points in a season. As a varsity basketball player, Marcus scored 1,055 career points and 516 career rebounds. Both rank Marcus fourth all-time in Central Hardin Bruin basketball history. After high school, Marcus received a football scholarship to Virginia Military Institute in Lexington, Virginia, where he lettered 4 years playing strong safety. Marcus majored in biology and returned to Kentucky after college. He is currently the division manager for Louisville for Allergen Pharmaceuticals. Marcus is married to Sherry Barnes. They have 2 children, Xavier and Ruby. Marcus' parents are Terry and Darcy. Marcus' parents, Terry and Darcy, continue to reside in Elizabethtown, and Marcus is thankful for his family, who has always supported him in every endeavor, athletic and academic. Marcus Barnes. I'm actually going to make you wait for your flag until we get down the football field, because J.C. Wright has threatened me. Okay. But you step over here. Okay. And,
all right. Well, I didn't necessarily prepare anything. I first would like to thank the good folks that put this together. It's a great honor to be standing here. I'd like to congratulate the other inductees on their hard work and their accomplishments and being here as well. I'm just very thankful. It's great to be here to see some familiar faces that haven't seen in a long time. Coaches, teachers, just some friendly faces that have meant a whole lot to me, as a young man and as a grown man. The lessons I've learned here have carried me, to this point and continue to carry me forward. So I just wanted to thank everyone for that. To my family, my amazing mother over there, my father who couldn't be here in person, but I know is looking down, smiling proudly from above. I just can't thank them enough for the support. I truly can stand here and say I don't remember them missing a game, and how much that means, to me. I can't put into words. In the rain, sleet, hail, or snow, they were there, and most of the times, my 2 sisters were there as well. So, thank you, everybody. Appreciate you, and thanks for this honor. And hope everybody has a great night.
While we let them get settled in, I'll pull up some people I do want to thank. I do want to thank Mike Sis, who is in charge of our student council, and some of the young people he got to help with us. Graduates Maura Jeffries and Shelby McWhorter. Seniors Riley Reed and Madeline Ditto were here tonight helping out. We are blessed to have 2 former principals here tonight, in Chris Reed and Ron Ortiz, as well as former athletic directors Kenny Lane and Chris Bauer. It's nice to have. That's one. My wife is finishing her 27th year at GC Burkhead, and we were talking the other day. She's in her 27 years. She's had 10 different principals at GC Burkhead Elementary. I think one of the things that made Central Hardin the school that it is we've only had 4 principals in the 30-year history of this school. Dale Campbell couldn't be here tonight. He's dealing with an injury, but Dale was the first principal, was served for 13 years, and I definitely am thankful for him, because he made at least one mistake, because he took me on, and I appreciate it, and I've been blessed ever since. But we're very appreciative of all our guests. Our next honoree, Amanda Miller Prestia, is a 2004 graduate of Central Hardin High School and a former Lady Bruin under Coach Terry Buckles. The varsity team was 105-40 for the 5 years that Amanda dressed varsity. She was a senior captain on the 2004 5th Region Championship team. Amanda's the all-time leading rebounder with the Lady Bruins with 1,048, fifth all-time in points with 1,511, and ninth all-time in steals with 231. Amanda's the only player in the program to ever score more than 1,500 points and have more than 1,000 rebounds. Amanda attended the University of Missouri St. Louis from 2004-2008, playing basketball for the Tritons, while receiving her bachelor's degree in communication with minors in Spanish and public affairs journalism, as well as being a part of the Pierre Lacide Honors College. Upon graduation, Amanda moved to San Antonio, Texas, to be the marketing director for Project Control of Texas and PC Sports LLC, both construction project management firms. She and her family moved to Pearland, Texas in 2009, and she currently serves as marketing and event specialist for the Rice Center for Engineering Leadership at Rice University in Houston, Texas. She's a volunteer coach for the Vic Cobbinger YMCA Youth Boys Basketball League and volunteer informational specialist for Captain Jacob Van Meter chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution in Elizabethtown, Kentucky, and a member of St. Helen Catholic Church in Pearland. In 2011, Amanda married Lindsay Prestia, is also a graduate of the University of Missouri St. Louis. They have two children, Maggie Rose and Beckett. She is the daughter of Larry and Joyce Miller of Elizabethtown.
Hello, everyone. As Marcus said, thank you all for coming. Thank you for this wonderful honor. I, as coach, I'm sure has told many of you, I was a little surprised when I got the call to be added to this. Hey, bud. To be added to this wonderful group of Central alumni. So I'm very honored to be part of this. Central was quite the family affair, as both my parents were assistant principals, so I got to know quite a few of the coaches and the teachers and the other people that worked around the campus very closely, because I spent my summers here and after school, so I feel Central was very much a second home to me, so I'm very honored. And the last people I wanted to thank were my coaches. Coach Buckles, Coach Isaacs, and Coach White from East Hardin came tonight. My coaches have made me who I am today, so I am very, very grateful to them. So, thank you, coaches.
Good. All right. Morgan Cross is a 2008 graduate of Central Hardin, where she was a 6-year letterman for the Lady Bruin golf team. During that time, Morgan was a part of Lady Bruin golf teams that won back-to-back high school state championships. Post-high school, Morgan decided to play at Murray State University, where she played all 4 years during her undergraduate work. While at Murray, Morgan earned numerous accomplishments, including being part of the 2009 OVC championship teams and a member of the all-newcomer team. During the 2009-10 season, Morgan finished in the top 5 3 times as an individual and the top 10 4 times. In 2010, she was a member of the team that advanced to the NCAA regional tournament and a 2010 OVC conference team champion. During 2010-11, Morgan finished in the top 5 as individual 4 times and top 10 5 times. In 2011, she was a New Wave Classic individual medalist and a member of the second team all-conference second team, and had a 2011 OVC All-Tournament Team third-place finish at conference. During the 11-12 season, Morgan finished in the top 5 as individual 3 times and the top 10 6 times, and was awarded the National Golf Association's Division I All-Scholar Team. In 2012, Morgan was awarded OVC First Team All-Conference. Throughout her college career, Morgan was a member of the OVC Commissioner's Honor Roll and Who's Who among colleges and universities. Morgan majored in communication disorders and went on to pursue a master's in speech-language pathology. After graduation, Morgan returned to Elizabethtown. She currently works at Morningside Elementary School as a speech-language pathologist. In her free time, she enjoys all forms of fitness and continues to be competitive no matter what activity she's involved in. Morgan has found a passion for helping others in the area of health and wellness. She is a nutritional coach at CrossFit Elizabethtown. When not working, Morgan enjoys spending time with her family and friends as well as traveling. Morgan is the daughter of Keith and Donna Cross.
Thank you, everyone. I prepared a speech, so I'm a little organized, so I'm sorry if mine's going to be a little longer. I know Coach Wright said stick to a couple minutes, so it's going to be a little longer. I just want to go ahead and start off by talking about kind of where I came from and where I started. I picked up the game of golf kind of late in my youth. I started when I was 12. I started lessons that summer and started in a golf camp, and then my parents got me signed up for junior golf. So my first tournament was in Campbellsville, and I showed up late to the tournament because my mom thought there was a time difference, which there wasn't. So I almost got DQ'd from the tournament starting out. So I went to the driving range to get warmed up. I was shanking the ball already, so I was a hot mess. I had my Pal Joey golf clubs, which I had gotten from my dad, who won them in a golf tournament, so they weren't even truly mine, they were hand-me-downs. I had my Walmart golf bag that had one strap that was along with my pull cart that fell off the cart several times that day. And I headed to the tee box. I have a lot of vivid memories from that day that'll last a lifetime. I don't remember a whole lot, but I do remember that there are some things that I learned. I remember that there was a lot of substantial amount of tears shed that day, an uncomfortable amount, the big boohoo tears that come with a lot of gasping of air in between, the tears rolling down my face. But the one thing I remember is the last couple of holes, I come to a dog leg left, and I didn't know a whole lot of strategy at the time. So instead of playing left or playing up in the hole, I plow through the dog leg right into the trees. And for probably the 27th time that day, my parents and other people are looking for my ball, and my mom's embarrassed at this point. And not because of my terrible golf game, but because of my hysterical state that I'm in. And she looks at me and she says, "Get a hold of yourself." And in typical 12-year-old fashion, I say, "This is the worst day of my life." So a couple holes later, I finish and I shoot a 70, which is almost par, 72 for 18 holes, and I only played 9. So I've ashamed our family name. I never want to play golf again, but I was assured that I have to because they've already paid for the rest of the summer. And 17 years later, I'm still torturing my mental well-being playing the game of golf, and I've upped the ante. 4 years later, I was a sophomore in high school, and I shot a 67 on 18 holes, and I set an all-time record for myself, and still this day have not beat it. If only I knew. Sorry. The places I would go. I want to take the time to thank my golf instructors from that time, Scott Fraley and the late Bob Fraley. I spent hours every day during the summer times taking lessons, practicing, learning, sitting around laughing about past stories and memories from the two of them. I learned from Scott's daughters, Katie Fraley, who also is a well-known golfer in our area, who went on to play professional golf on the Futures Tour. They all were incredible mentors that helped shape me into the golfer that I am today. Next, I want to thank my teammates. From each year that I was a member of the Central Hardin golf team, we achieved so many things that we didn't even realize meant so much at the time. And I'm thankful for all their dedication, hard work, and willingness to come together to achieve one goal. The one goal that may have changed from day to day or tournament from tournament, but we all had many goals, and one thing that was always consistent was the person supporting us and guiding us, and that was Coach Adams. He wasn't hard to miss on the course. Everyone knew him. He was the madman on the golf course with the blue-coated, Oakley-looking sunglasses hunched over the front of the steering wheel, flying on the cart path as quickly as possible trying to get to us. He's the most organized, number-oriented person, and without a doubt had a true passion for coaching and still does to this day. I have the utmost respect for you and your love of the golf game, and your ability to coach others is nothing short of admirable. You went above and beyond what was expected, and you scouted our courses during the summertime, took notes for us, kept up with our stats, coached girls and boys, and dealt with our parents and all their drama. And you were always someone that we could turn to when we were in need of help.
Next, I want to thank Coach Wright and the athletic department at Central Hardin for putting on such an honorable event and allowing myself to represent the schools for the years to come. Also want to thank Coach Adams for the nomination, because without him I wouldn't be standing here tonight. To Coach Wright, current and past administrators, you continue to show excellence no matter what position you may hold, and I truly appreciate your support over the years. I don't get to say this working at E-Town schools, so go Bruins. Congratulations to all the inductees tonight and your accomplishments from the past and present. You're very deserving of such an award, and I'm honored to go along in history with you. I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. To my family who is here today, thank you for always supporting me growing up, coming to my matches or tournaments when you could, following me in the paper, for cheering me on. Thank you for always being there and being my support system. I'm grateful for you all, and I love you. Meredith, my teammate, but most importantly, my sister. Coach Adams made rules about us and how well we got along on a daily basis. The love was so vibrant when we were together, it spoke volumes. Our constant fighting and arguing, and even being in the general vicinity of each other, was a problem. We had to be on separate sides of the putting green or driving range at all times. Or the fact that we couldn't play together in the same group the day that Coach Adams made that mistake. We made it 5 holes at Pine Valley before I started laughing at all your misfortune. You came charging at me with your golf club around your neck like a bat and screaming and running me in the fairway. Naturally, someone told on us, and that was the end of that. There's a common trend with me laughing at you. You brought me comic relief at the Gene Highland that year you fell down the mudslide at the green and you were caked in mud from head to toe. Mom made you ride around in the golf cart half naked in your undies and wrapped up in a blanket the rest of the day. We've experienced many victories together, loss, continued hardships, heartbreaks, but most importantly, many successes. Your most recent being your retirement, your future doctor title in the upcoming years. Your round of applause is coming. Thank you for pushing me to be a better person, for being someone I look up to, and for being the smart one in the family. But I'm still the favorite. Thank you for always loving me for who I am. I can't wait to see how far you go someday. Finally, I want to thank my mom. My mom has always been the single-handedly most influential person in my life. Looking back over the years, if there was anything that I could pick that played the biggest role in my successes, it was my mother. My senior year in high school, the school newspaper did a spotlight on student athletes, and the one question that I did not have to hesitate on was, "Who is your hero?" And I smiled and said, "My mom." There are so many people that contributed to my achievements over the years that I can't thank today. But there is one that has contributed more time, has sacrificed more emotionally and physically, or given more unconditional love and support to me than this woman. From spending 18 holes in a convertible golf cart in the 100-degree heat while my sister and aunt are baking, while I still have my crappy golf bag and pull cart, now upgraded with a bungee cord holding it together, to the days in college where she walked 36 holes in one day, 12 hours on the course with a smile on her face and a scorecard and pencil in hand, keeping score of not only mine but everyone else's score in the group just to see where I stood. That was and still is my biggest fan. If I never told you before, I'll tell you now. I'm in awe of the woman that you were then, and even more that you are today. I get to watch you grow, lead by example, and witness you have unwavering faith in our Savior, no matter how hard times get. I'll be lucky to be half the woman that you are today. So as I wrap things up, when I was in college, my mom always wrote letters to me. It was a very hard time when I went to college and left her. So she would write to me about her day, our dogs. We're big dog people. She'd write motivational quotes, and most all of them ended with, "I love you more." And this particular one I picked because it kind of talks about going back to where you came from. And this was a time period during my sophomore slump, and the sophomore slump is a real thing. And I was struggling really bad that year, even with my golf game and everything. And the sophomore slump in life is real. So it says, October 21st, 2009, Morgan. thought I would send you a copy of this article to you. It was an article that was written about me when I was in high school my senior year. I ran across it the other day, and it was the nicest article, in my opinion, that had ever been written about you. I just wanted you to remember who you are. Sometimes we forget or need to be reminded at times. You've come so far since you started playing at age 12. You've accomplished so much in a short time, and you still have so much to accomplish in your life, both on and off the course. Don't get down on yourself. Just remember that so much is possible. Start thinking positively, and don't get in the negative thinking. I still have problems with this. Things will start to change for you. You are a proven leader, Morgan, and I've always taught you to lead by example. I'm so proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself as well. You have taken on a great deal in the past year, and you have diligently prevailed. Keep up the good work and drop psychology if you need to, which I didn't, and be a good girl, which I still am. I love you more, Mom. P.S. Don't forget to wear shorts and a cami with your costume at Halloween. Pictures in the internet are forever. I didn't. Thank you.
Our final inductee of the night, LeVar Coleman, is a 1997 graduate of Central Hardin, where he lettered as a member of both Bruin basketball team for 2 years and the Bruin track and field team for 4. LeVar continues to hold the school record in the triple jump and is ranked 6th in the state. He holds the 5th fastest time in the 200 meters for Central Hardin. He attended the state track meet in 1996 and 97, and up until last spring, LeVar held the school record for the 100-meter time up at 10.88. Upon graduation, LeVar was awarded the athletic scholarship to the University of Louisville, where he continued his track and field career from 1997 to 2000. He was awarded 3rd place all-conference in 1998, ran the 2nd fastest 4x100 relay in 1999 with a time of 40.87, and continues to hold U of L records as a member of the 4x100 meter team with a time of 40.34. LeVar graduated from the University of Louisville with a Bachelor of Science in Sociology. He is the son of Craig and Glenda Coleman and father of Trinity, Cassidy, Amaya, and Christian. He's a proud grandfather of Mackenzie. He currently resides in Jeffersonville, Indiana, where he's a senior health care economics consultant at Optum, a part of the United Health Group, where he creates algorithms to prevent fraud and waste and abuse in medical claims. LeVar Coleman.
Hello, everyone. Let me just start off by saying thank you for, allowing me to come in tardy. I'm sorry for that. Sometimes getting across that bridge and fighting the traffic is a bit much. But I'm very happy that I was able to make it down here to this, and very humbled and very appreciative to receive an honor like this. When I was initially contacted, I didn't know how I was going to feel. But the more I've thought about it and the more I've reflected on it, it's begun to sink in a little bit more on me and make me, appreciate my life and what I have and, where I'm at and the position that I'm having right now. So thank you for that honor. I want to say before I came to Central, I was, I don't know if you all know, but I was an Army brat and an only child. So I was kind of just floating around in the world every 2 years, moving. Didn't have anybody have my back, any friends, didn't know where I fit in. But when I got to Central, I finally found somewhere where I connected with people and, I found like I fit in and I found my place. Like, shout out to my best friend, James Briggs over there. Met him here when I was 15. We've been, close as stones ever since. So, I really appreciate the things that I've had and, the experiences that I had. One thing that I learned at Central Hardin was nothing in this world is going to be given to you. I'm sure everybody has to learn, this lesson different ways in their life. But for myself, I just learned that usually things always came easy to me. When I got to Central Hardin, I hit roadblocks. I stumbled a few times. My grades weren't as good. I always used to get straight A's, but, I stumbled a couple times, got a few F's. I'm sure I, upset the coaches a few times. got sent home from the state track meet my senior year. So, I was a little bit of a knucklehead, but, I always had my head on straight for the most part. So with that being said, I took that lesson, and I just want to tell you a quick story. So after I graduated, I didn't necessarily know what I wanted to do with my life, but I knew that I didn't want to join the military like my father. I'm not moving around anymore. I moved a million times, I've taken foreign language classes. No, I'm done with it. I don't want to move anymore. So I'm thinking, hey, I would like to play basketball, but I have opportunities to, pursue my education if I follow track. So I'm like, okay, that's not my first choice, but let me see if I can do this. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, how am I gonna pay for this? How am I gonna continue my education and get to where I want in life? So I'm sitting there one day, like, man, my best friend's going to U of L. Eric Tandy's going to U of L. All my friends are going there. I want to go there too. I want to be a D1 athlete. Contact the coach one day. Say, hey, sir, my name's LeVar Coleman. I can do X, Y, Z. List all my times, my performances. Check me out. And this is before Google, so I couldn't say, Google me, but, So now, he called me back. He was like, okay, LeVar, I'd like to schedule a recruiting visit. I'm like, all right. So I come up. I believe it was actually on my birthday. My birthday's in the summer on July 1st. So I take a recruiting visit to U of L, meet the coach, meet the team, take a tour of the campus. They go around, show me around town, residence halls, everything. Fall in love with it. The moment I walk back in the office of the coach, he sits me down, slides the paper to me and says, here you go, LeVar. I look it over. It's my scholarship offer. It wasn't a full scholarship. It's kind of hard to do in track. It's not a revenue generating sport, but still, anything is better than nothing, right? Take that, sign that scholarship. Today, I'm like one of the only people I know that's graduated from school debt-free, have no student loans. My kids are taken care of. I have a decent job. So I took that lesson that I learned from Central Hardin, that nobody's ever going to give me anything, and I ran with it. So with that, I'll say thank you to everybody out here that has affected my life. Thank you to my family, my kids, and thank you to Central Hardin as a whole. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Big thank you to everybody for coming out tonight. A couple logistical things. We will be honoring each one of you again out at the football field, and that's where we'll present the plaques. When you leave here, Mr. Wright would like us all down there just a little bit before 7. The plan is to start announcing the honorees around between 7:05, 7:10. We'll be down on, if you'll just meet down near the scoreboard end and near the end zone, watch for myself, and we'll get you all squared away and get you ready. You'll be announced individually. If you pull down there, right in front of the football stadium, on the left, right in front of the gate is handicap parking. On the right is the booster, where the booster club parks. Mr. Wright's made arrangements for where if y'all just pull right in there, they're going to put you on the side with the booster club, so you'll be right up front. You don't have to fight what's hopefully a good crowd. We need the money, so hopefully people are going to show up tonight. And we're winning so far. Again, knock on wood. Playing Butler High School tonight, so it should be hopefully a good game. Really appreciate y'all coming. The one thing, this is year 22 for me, and the one thing I can say without a doubt is I've been privileged to work with a lot of really neat adults, but the thing that brings me back every single year is the amazing young people that have walked through the doors here at Central Hardin. And the 4 honorees tonight are extremely representative of the wonderful kids that we've had the privilege of working with over the years. And I thank you so much for what you meant here, and congratulations for what you've accomplished. Thank you.